I was 7 years in a toxic relationship, and it took me 7 years to work on myself to be able to be again in a relationship. Us women, we have the tendency to think that we are going to change our partner. It took me many years to realize that you want so much to be in a relationship. You want to love and be loved that you don't want to see the red flag. When I saw you, I was having this little voice in my head telling me like, oh, but he's not interested, you are too old for him. And then at one point I was like, relationship success is linked to the other success. If you block the relationship success, you will block also all the money, work, good health, mental and physical success, all the abundance.
Welcome at the new episode of Relationship Success, the podcast. Normally it's in Dutch, so probably you will think, hey, why is it now in English? And that's for a special reason. It's only once, so Dutchies, no worries. But once we do this podcast in English, because I have an amazing guest, it's my beloved partner, Judith. She's willing to talk with me about her patterns in her love life, her single life, her dating life, her experience from a toxic relationship, and how she find at the end, her words, the love of her life. So welcome. Very glad that you are here, and I hope you're gonna have an amazing episode. Welcome in Relationship Success, my dear.
Thank you for the invitation, Dirk.
Yeah, it's very special. So for the people who don't know, we're talking in English because you are from Paris and you're, besides some words like kroket, bitterbal, goedemorgen, and maybe a few more, you don't talk Dutch. So we're gonna do the podcast in English.
Yeah, I can only say doei.
Doei, yeah.
Yeah, and slaap lekker.
And slaap lekker, yes. And for the people who don't know, Judith is, it's the one and only Judith. It's my love of my life. You're my partner, and I'm very blessed that we can make this podcast together. Lots of people ask a lot about times about you. I talk a lot about you. Sometimes I put you also in the stories, and we got many requests like, oh, can you please invite Judith once to the podcast? And here it is.
Yeah.
How is it for you to sit here? Because for me, it's normal. I make lots of podcasts. How it's for you? Because you're in like a super big studio with multiple cameras and lamps and stuff like that. How is it for you?
It feels very nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's nice to see also from the inside. You've been working 3 years on this podcast now, and I saw it growing, and so it feels natural to be there.
Ah, nice. And is it you're a little bit excited or scared to talk about more like you and your love patterns and our relationship, or it's you feel very relaxed in it?
I feel relaxed.
Okay, very good, very good.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. In my opinion, the strength of this podcast and why people listen to this podcast, mostly women, because they want a stable love relationship and they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to find love in their life, but they get a lot of times like unavailable men or lots of fights or some wishes and some dreams who what get not fulfilled, and they want to find out what their own patterns are in this, and what is very interesting is that because it's my job and my life, we talk a lot, of course, because we are love partners, but we also talk a lot about your past and your struggles in this. And what is very fascinating for me, and I hope for the listeners too, is that the struggles my clients have, it was also your path. And are you willing to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I always tell you that I've been through all the struggles. It took me many, many years to work on myself, to work on the pattern, that I could finally meet, the love of my life, yes, but also like someone who aligned with my value, with my wishes and with the lifestyle I always wanted to have. And if I had more help in terms of program, of therapy, I would have earned many, many, many years in finding the correct partner for myself. So yeah, this is why I really see the value, and we talk a lot about it. And I think that right now with social media and love therapy that are booming, people are really really blessed to have this, because I was not having this at that time, not having this in France. So I really had to go deep and do the personal growth myself. And it took a few years, I have to say.
Yeah, it touched you somehow.
Yeah, it touched me because I wish it took less time, but it's a journey, so you cannot go too quick. But let's be honest, I was 7 years in a toxic relationship, and it took me 7 years to work on myself to be able to be again in a relationship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's quite long.
It's quite long. What what if you look to the past? What makes you stay 7 years in a toxic relationship?
Because it was not starting toxic.
Yeah,
The thing is that it shifted slowly, and then it was very difficult to take a decision. And also, I was not informed about mental manipulation, about toxic relationship. I was not aware of all of this because I was not reading book. I was not listening to podcast about this. And when I discovered this pattern and even the word, I was shocked because I realized that this is what I was going through.
yeah, yeah. What you went going through? Like,
Um, I went like, when you start a relationship, it's always amazing and you have lots of hope in the future. And then you realize that you are not going to change the person if the person is not willing to do the work. And the person, we are all growing, we evolve, but deep inside, I think it's really difficult to change. And us women, we have the tendency to think that we are going to change our partner. So it took me many years to realize that I will not have someone who commit. And I was waiting to get engaged, waiting for the person to be ready to have a family, and ready for the person to come back home after work. So waiting, waiting, waiting. And then at one point, it was too painful to wait. So I just stopped. But then my feeling was that I lost many years and very important years.
yeah, yeah. And you said you were waiting. It sounds like you were very alone in this.
Yeah, I was very alone, and also um, I was having nobody to really talk about it because I was feeling a little bit ashamed.
Mm.
And I was also having this fear that, when you reach a certain age, maybe it's better to stay with the wrong partner than being single. So I guess I was also staying to have a partner, and also to present myself in society as someone who was not single. I was a little bit ashamed because all my friends were having a partner, were getting engaged. I was invited to wedding, and then they were having one. one kid, and then the second one, and me, I was still the only one not following this path.
Yeah. And how was that for you at that time? What you felt?
Lots of pain, and also like a big fail. On the paper, it was looking like I was having the perfect life.
Yeah, because you were working in corporate, making good money. In my opinion, you look amazing and you're pretty and you're successful. Yeah.
But I was really, really looking like feeling deep inside that I was not good enough. So I was not seeing everything that I would achieve, but I was more seeing what I was not having.
Mm.
And then at one point, it made me also very bitter.
Mm.
And it was not the best version of myself.
Mm.
And this was also the reason why at one point I stopped, because I looked at myself and then I thought, but it's not the Judith I want to be. It's where is this funny, light version of me? I don't like this person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was quite lonely in this. Yeah, I was not having like someone that would understand, and I was not also feeling comfortable to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you find the courage to leave?
When I reached the limit that it was too painful.
Yeah.
You know, you wake up one morning and you are like, I cannot continue like this. I cannot.
Yeah.
It's just to reach a point where it's really, really painful. Yeah, there is a wake up call at one point.
Yeah. And you felt a strength in it?
Yeah, definitely. It was very difficult because it took time to get back my keys, because we were living in my apartment. So it was a kind of process. But when it was over, I felt lots of strength. And I would say lots of freedom. I remember I was walking in the street of Paris, and I just wanted to smile and to even to dance in the street. I don't know. I was having a huge feeling of freedom.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You liberated yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you not only liberated yourself from a toxic relationship or a relationship what is not feeding you, but I think you also liberating yourself from the core beliefs you had in your mind.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Totally.
Because I'm not good enough. What were the main core beliefs?
I do not worth it. I'm not good enough. I'm too old. Nobody will ever want to be in a relationship with me. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not interesting enough. It was really, really bad.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it was the beginning of liberate yourself from these core beliefs.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit about that? Because you decided this needs to stop, and then the journey starts, in my opinion. Is that also your experience?
Yeah. Then I opened a new chapter.
Yeah.
I did not realize at the beginning. It came naturally. So I was always willing to have a MBA, because I studied at the university, and MBA was really good on the CV at that time. So while working, I started a digital marketing MBA. And when I finished it, thanks to it, I got hired in a new company, big corporate American company, 10 job interview. And then I started in this company. My whole life changed, because slowly I became senior manager, and then director, people manager, and I get my salary was like multiplied by 4. I broke the ceiling, I have to say. And I realized this later. And also, yeah, I just gained more confidence, and I made peace with myself.
Yeah.
So it led to lots of happiness.
Yeah. What are the most important learnings from this period? Because you say, and now you give an example from work. We can also talk about love later.
Yeah,
Because I
later.
think you first, in my opinion, because I know your story, and I think at the moment you decide really to leave, and also for all the listeners, maybe you're single and it's not that you need to leave a relationship to start working on yourself, but this was for you like a opening of a change. And I think the first big change was more your work life. Because I think it was, how can I say this in good English? It was like a field. So you used the work life as a field to fix your own patterns in at first sight. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is why I started with work, because it was many steps to lead to a healthy relationship. So
Yes.
it started with work,
Yeah.
because you don't need to have a status to be happy, but it's just the way I did it to feel more confident.
Yeah.
I guess I needed that at that time. I'm not saying that that you need it, but it's just that I really needed to prove myself that this was possible.
Yeah.
And also the first thing I did when I ended the relationship was to register myself to a semi-marathon. So it's 21 kilometers.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to prove myself that I was able to do a semi. So, and when I did it and I went to the finish line, I started crying, because I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. So it's really like a journey. So yeah, there was this semi-marathon.
Yeah.
And then there was this studies, this diploma,
Yeah.
new job, and then the relationship, the new relationship, and then let's say I was ready to have a healthy relationship,
Yeah.
because when we met, thanks to all the work I did previously, I was able to see you with the eyes of love. If I was not doing all this job previously, I would not have looked at you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very interesting, huh? Yeah. What when we go back in time and you met me, what you didn't saw then? What was you maybe not able to see? Because lots of singles listen to this podcast and they attract, and we talk about it a lot, like the B guy or the D guy. You also attracted many B guys and D guys in your life, like the B is the little boy, very is that the right word, charmant in English?
Yeah, charming.
Charming, very attractive, charming, but at the end of the day they don't take any responsibility, and when they're shit they make you responsible. And the D guy is very like the guy, very toxic, dominating, also a lot of attraction, a lot of also sexual attraction mostly, but at the end of the day they are very toxic. They manipulate, and that's not good. So lots of these listeners, they come with the C guy, the very compromised guy, the very sweet guy who have no borders and no, and is also not the most trustworthy man, because they only focus on you and not on themselves. So you told me many times you had also many B and especially D guys in your life. Who you needed to be to see more like I don't want to say I'm the A man, but I did a lot of work to fix my own B, thing in me and to fix my own C, because in my life I had mostly B. So I was a little bit, when I was younger, I needed lots of attention of women, and for that I was not the best partner. And later in my life I was more like a C guy. I was too sweet, I was too sweet, and this was also not helpful. So I did the job to work a lot of myself to become an A man, to know what I want, to know who I am, to be very good for the other and also good for myself, to be a trusted partner who can choose, who can give, who can receive. What was your journey into C and let a more A type of person into your life?
So um, you need to accept that it will start with the pain, because then you start to change. And what happened is that thanks to all the work I did, I was really able to spot immediately the B man.
Yeah.
Like all the red flags were on very, very easily,
Yeah.
while previously I was telling myself a story, because you want so much to be in a relationship. You want to love and be loved, that you don't want to see the red flag. And I was really, really able to spot the red flag, so I was not losing any more time.
Red flags like?
Non-available men, like just the way they will answer to your message, if they are going to be proactive in proposing something, in booking the restaurant. Yeah.
Can you give some examples?
Uh,
What you saw and B type of man and actions, what they did on you?
well, I don't have like concrete example. It was more like a feeling. You feel when person are not really interested in you, and it's also very painful. Because it touched your ego, and I didn't wanted my ego to be touched anymore, to suffer anymore. So I was protecting maybe myself too much, So yeah.
So you were maybe not really to go into the deeper connection
No,
because you were scared of.
I was staying on the surface.
Yeah, you were scared to reject,
Yeah.
to feel rejected again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you had many D guys in your life dating?
Yeah, like mostly little boys, because when you are strong, independent, powerful woman, you attract this kind of person.
Yeah.
And then quite manipulative, narcissist also. Yeah. It was really a pattern in me.
Yeah.
I had to work a lot on it.
What was that? What was the key out of this attraction of this man? Which answers you find into yourself? Because some people said, but all the men are bad and it's they and them. And in my opinion, you took the responsibility to yourself. Are you agree?
Yeah, like at the beginning, this is exactly what I was saying. Like, but they are all the same, and putting everybody in the same bag. And if I think about it now, I'm like, wow, yeah, it was a little bit too much. And I think also I was a little bit scary for some men, because I was so hurt that I was a little bit aggressive sometimes. A little bit, tough.
Is it? But this is an assumption. But it seems like in your first relationship, you were too good, pleasing, give too much to the others.
Yeah.
You went over your own borders and over your own needs all the time. And I think many people who listen there, they really recognize this into themselves. And then after you felt a little bit to the other side, like maybe a little bit too close to protect yourself because you didn't want to be hurt again.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what attract b-boys, because the b-boys, you were I think the successful lady, a little bit unavailable, and then you have this b-boys who never had, because they have also their sad story, they never had really the attention of their mom, or you know what I mean, so they want to get you, they want to get you, so they put you on a higher level, and they go after you. You understand what I'm saying in this?
Yeah. Well, there is always a story behind.
Yeah.
So I learned also to be maybe more kind, and I worked a lot also on not judging too quick,
Yeah.
But yeah, at the beginning, I was pleasing too much because I really thought again that I was not worthing more.
Yeah.
So when I was doing the work on myself, the first step was really to talk to myself and do a positive affirmation in front of the mirror. Because I just bought a book about it started with this positive affirmation, and I was saying to myself that I deserve love, I deserve to be loved, that I love myself. And it might sound very cheesy, but it was really the first step. Really the first step. And I did this for months. I was also journaling. I was writing this until it started to be stuck in my head.
Yeah. And you went to some therapists, you told
Yeah.
me once.
Yeah, like alternative therapy, energy therapist, but it helped.
Yeah.
It helped.
Yeah.
And I went quite hardcore also on the spiritual path. And it was great.
Yeah.
But it has its limit.
Yeah. I agree. It's good to go in, and it's good to, I don't say go out fully, but take the best and leave the rest. Are you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So your work, you are powerful in your job. And then once it's maybe also interesting for all the single people. It's also sometimes you told me like, hey, I had you were also into the manifestation, and you showed me an apartment you bought in Paris, and you were really like, okay, I buy this apartment, then a guy with a child can come in, like, maybe you can tell what are the lessons about your dating period, because I think there are some very interesting lessons. The period before you met me, the dating period, which lessons you learned from it?
So the basis was really like the positive affirmation about myself.
Yeah.
And then manifestation, but not on a ooh way, like I was really living like I was having someone, I like leaving the spot for someone.
Yeah.
So for example, I got this new apartment, and it was very, very important for me to have in the dressing an empty space where someone could put his clothes.
Yeah.
And then also to have a 2-bed table around each corner of the bed.
Yeah.
While in the previous apartment, I was not having the space, and there was only one bed table for my stuff. So yeah, I was really leaving space, and also making more space in my agenda to be able to meet someone. So I did all the dating stuff you can do, okay? Like volunteering, cooking class, running club, CrossFit, high-end coach,
Matching.
yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Dating app, nothing was working.
No.
But each time I was having the feeling that I was getting closer to the goal.
Yes.
Because each time I could see progress. So the first progress was that I was not attracting narcissists anymore.
Yes. So,
So-
the D guys were out.
Yeah, like not at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I was attracting like healthy men who wanted to commit
Yeah.
and who were really available.
Yeah.
Meaning there was not a partner hiding under the bed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So this for me was really a huge progress.
Yeah.
But then,
Because you did the work, you know.
yeah, exactly. But there was not this magic, like, so I was trying, and then yeah, like it was not like when you get this butterfly in your stomach, but I was trying.
Yeah.
So I had a few relationship, like like a few months.
Yeah.
So for me it was already better, and then I felt that I was really ready to meet the correct person, because I was really opening my eyes and without without judgment.
Yeah. Yeah. And then one moment you were in Tenerife, and then
Yeah, so I was supposed to stay 10 days on holidays during lockdown, the second lockdown, and finally I stayed 2 months because my office was closed. So why go back to Paris with a closed office? And when we met, it took us 5 weeks to make a move. But I was ready, because when I saw you, I was having this little voice in my head telling me like, oh, but he's not interested. You are too old for him. And then at one point I was like, okay, I don't care. Let's make a move and we will see.
yeah, yeah. And what which lessons brought you to a healthy relationship, in your opinion? Because you tell your story. What are for you the most important lessons? So, what are your most important lessons? What brought you to our healthy relationship?
Do the work. Like, commit to do the work. You are accountable for your own success. It's very, very, very hard to say this, because I was in the victim mode. Like, if you would have told me this, I would have been mad at you, saying like, but I do everything. I go to the running club. I do my best. It's not me. It is them. Men are like this, blah, 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 blah. But no, you really need to do the job, and you need to accept that, when you were in a relationship, it was the way it was, but also maybe you lost the dating code. It's difficult when you are back on the market after many years. There is a learning phase, right? And you need to accept all this, and just continue, live your life normally, but just continue to live. And yes, go out, date, and be disappointed. And for sure, again, it's different when you were with one person and then you meet more than one person, because you try, and then you have the feeling that everybody is the same, like men don't want to commit, when you reach a certain age that men already been there and they are divorced and they don't want to be engaged again, but it's not true. You know, like we are billions on this planet. You just need one person, and you might be surprised by this one person, because if you had told me that I would, as a French, be with a Dutch um, younger than me, I would have said like, I don't think.
Yeah. What? Thanks. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. When you meet the right partner, do you know it?
Yeah.
Tell me.
It just, things should be simple.
Yeah.
You know.
How was that when you met me? You
It
knew
was-
it from the beginning?
Yeah, it was simple.
Yeah.
I think, and this is a little bit spiritual, that my soul met your soul immediately.
Yeah.
So
How you felt it?
it felt like I knew you already.
Yeah.
And when we started having a discussion, it was very fluid, it was very smooth, it was easy.
Yeah.
And also, I was not playing a role. Of course, you want to look nice,
Yeah.
but I was really myself, you know. I was not like pretending to be someone else.
Yeah.
And while I was playing some role in the dating game, you know, like, of course, like showing the best version of myself, but sometimes maybe it was not really me, like the lady with Louboutin high heels. And yeah, I can do this, but like for a first date, you know, I'm not like this all the time. And with you, I was without makeup, in my easy clothes, you know, and yeah, I was not pretending to be someone else from the beginning. And we met during pandemic, so it was also quite chill going to the yoga together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and what is very interesting, because from my perspective, it's 100% the same. It's very interesting because I remember that I saw you. So for the people, the context is that I was friends with your friend. She was already on the island. Julie, very sweet, lovely lady. I think she is listening. Hi, Julie. Thank you. So she was on the island. We became friends, and then she told me like, "Hey, Judith, my friend is coming from Paris to here. You will meet her. Maybe you will like each other more like a friend, you know." And then I picked you up to go to the beach. So Julie, you, Judith, and me, I picked you up at the beach. The door went open and I saw you, and I knew from the beginning. I knew, and it's exactly what you are saying. I knew there was something in me what said, this is it, you know? This is it. And also our souls, and it sounds spiritual, but I felt like, okay, this is correct. And in my opinion, and it sounds spiritual, but you had your pet, but I had my pet too, because before I met you, it was a last test of the universe, you know, because I was in relationships where I gave way too much and I was pleasing, and you know, and I was also before in relationships where I was a little bit unavailable. So I did all the work with myself, my spiritual path. I worked on being a good man, you know, I worked on all this stuff. And then just before I met you, I met an amazing lady on the island, but she was so emotional and unavailable. And it was my last lesson, you know? And I know that many guys will never leave this woman, but I said right in her face, I said, maybe it's better to take a plane back to Berlin. And she was shocked. She was completely shocked. I think nobody ever said that to her, but I said, I just want a partner who is stable, know herself, who love me, and I want to love her, you know? Like, I don't want to play any games. And then when I did this, I was free. And in this freeness and this wholeness, the door went open, you were there, and I was not playing a game anymore. I remember that on the first date, it was raining so much. We were on the scooter bringing you to a restaurant. Can you imagine? With the most beautiful view of Tenerife, and it was raining so much that the whole sky was gray. You were sitting there as a Parisian lady with your beautiful clothes, ordering a Chardonnay, and I was ordering a rooibos tea because I was cold as F. And I didn't care, and we were just ourselves. And on day 2, I said to you, "Oh, Judith, I feel when we are together, the world is on our feet. One day we buy a house in Tenerife," and 2 years later we did. But I just was myself, and I think you were also just yourself.
Yeah. But there is also something about again about manifestation
Yeah,
there, because when we met, I just broke up. I mean, it was just like 6 months relationship,
yeah,
but the person, like, on the paper was perfect, but the thing is that he was having some mental health issues that I could not spot at the beginning,
yeah,
like a little bit uh, bipolarity,
yeah,
I would say.
yeah,
And so my mindset was that I was done. I was really, really good with myself, and what will come would be nice, but I was fine. I was really fine. But then there was a new moon, so I did a new moon ritual. I took a piece of paper, and I wrote what I wanted in my life, because I knew that new moon is the start of something new. So it was the right moment to manifest. And so I was writing things about my well-being, about my friends, about my family. And then I wrote, I would like to meet someone that I love and who love me back. A man that is sweet, funny, charming, available, and spiritual. And then I met you.
yeah.
And when we met at the beginning, as we were part of a group in a co-living, we were doing yoga and meditation together.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
Yeah. What changed in your life since our relationship?
Everything, everything for the better. Like I really liked my life, and I was really, really in peace with myself. But what changed is that I have the feeling that every day you bring the best out of me, and you help me to be the best version of myself. Because sometimes you believe in me more than I do.
Hmm.
So this is for sure a big change. But I have to say also, going through all this journey, here and now is so important that it's okay to be single. Like, enjoy also the freedom you have. Take this opportunity to work on yourself, to do nice things for you, and then the cherry on the cake is when you have a healthy relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice what you're saying. Like it don't need to be the end goal to be super happy, but it's a nice cherry on the cake. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Our relationship is not perfect because no relationship is perfect. What because there was lots of love and there was attraction and we did the job, and what was for you the most difficult part after being single and having your journey and then being with someone? What was the most difficult part for you?
But yeah, like to commit,
Yeah.
um, to commit fully. I mean, my heart was committed, right? Like my feelings, like I was really engaged. But then there is like all these logistics, and so really like give the space to the other person after many years being single is a bit difficult, because you were used to only think by yourself, like I go to this place, I do this, and then you need to think uh, by two.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's a muscle to train. Because sometimes I would go to the grocery and buy things for me and forget about you, because yeah, like we are not eating the same, and we
Yeah.
don't have the same biorhythm. I go to bed later, I wake up later, so I needed to adapt. This was a little bit difficult
Yeah.
for me at the beginning, and also let's be honest, I was a little bit selfish
Mm.
because I've been independent so many years that yeah, like I have to admit that sometimes I was thinking a little bit only with my own view, my lens, and it was not always very nice sometimes.
Yeah. Ah, it's nice that you share this also.
Yeah.
It was a. Do you know why it's also beautiful as it is? Because it was also for me a positive mirror, because I needed to learn. Was also a part of me, because yes, I was not the nice guy anymore, and I was really standing my ground and being a good man, and I was the good man in a positive way. But there was some last part of anxiety and a little bit pleasing in me, and you were maybe 10% sometimes too selfish, and I was 10% too pleasing, and this was the right mirror for me, and so it helped me also a lot to really stand my ground and find, like, hey Judith, I love you, I want to be with you, we have an amazing life, because let's be honest, we have a fucking amazing life in many ways. But also on emotional level, yeah, sometimes I needed something, or in choices you make, practical choices in where we are, and it was also a nice mirror for me. And I always saw it like this, because I always worked with therapists and coaches, and so I remember that in the first months in our relationship, I start to talk with my psychologist, you know her, talk about this, and it helps me a lot to even become a better person, so it, for me, it's also beautiful as it is, when you see it as a um as a as a positive challenge to grow, and I think, I don't know if that's also common for you, that yes, when you find the right partner, when you do the work, there will be you will have the benefits, it will be amazing, because we have an amazing life, and we have love, and we have safety, and we have connection, and we have fun, and we have adventure, and this is all there. But also it's the start for a new journey, and that's the relationship journey, because a healthy relationship is not only perfect, it's also a start of a new journey.
Mhm.
And it's super worth it, because your personal growth will go even faster in XXL. Are you agree with that?
Yeah, but you have to work also on the relationship.
Yes.
So if you look where we started 5 years ago and where we are now,
Yeah.
we improved a lot. We both made concession.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like maybe I was 10% too selfish sometimes,
Yeah.
or 20, depending on the months.
I thought let's.
Yeah. So I worked on it, not to put always myself first.
Yeah.
And also, I had to learn to accept the love of my partner. So it was very difficult for me at the beginning. Nice words like "you are beautiful," "I love you," "I miss you." Each time I was totally, I was blocked because I was not used to it, and then I really had to work on realizing and that I worth it again, that
Yeah.
that I could receive all this love. I was not used to this, not at all. So I was petrified. Now it's totally fine. But the first month, it was a challenge for me.
And this is very interesting, but because from my perspective, I was very used to say, and not, I don't said it many times to everyone in my life, but when I'm really in love, I looked you in the eyes and I said, "Oh, Judith, I love you," like it's from my heart. And I also felt that you loved me in return. Otherwise, I was never with you, because I had with a lot of unavailable women, so I felt it directly. So I felt very strongly that you loved me, but I felt also it was a little bit, and at the beginning I was a little bit scared. When I did the work, I was sabotaging the whole relationship. But I did my work. I knew, okay, this makes me a little bit scared. Maybe there's a lesson for me in, but there is probably also a lesson for her in. And then I met your family, and then I saw that my family, there's no good and bad, but my family, we had more a different kind of affection, and then I met some part of your family and they didn't have that part of affection. So then I realized, like, oh, it's not that Judith is not loving me because she loved me a lot, but she's not used the affection or the words of affirmation like me. And that helped me also lots of realization, and this is what I say, like, relationships are not only about love, it goes way deeper and beyond if you are able to look from this point of view. I'm clear on this?
Yeah, it's also like this book, The Five Language of Love, and I was not used, and it was not in my education to express it verbally.
Yeah, exactly.
So while it's part of you, so
and it's my long language, and I have lots of love to give, lots of love to tell, and I know lots of listeners from this podcast, they will be a little bit like me, they have so much love to give and to tell, and maybe the partner is not receiving it or giving it back, and I like the way we deal with it, because I have this wish more in me, but we find a super nice balance between I can be me and you can be you, and you can also take a step forward to meet my needs in a certain way, and I could also take a step forward or back to meet also in your needs. Are you agree with this?
Yeah. But it takes a little bit of time, and it's normal.
And it's normal.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Huh?
No, never.
When it's good, then don't, because you feel when it's good, and then
like, I'm a fighter anyway, but don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't. I mean, if you have like feelings for someone who is having feeling in return for you, this is rare. Like, consider that this is rare. This is not something you will, that you will not buy this on the internet. It's not like to have a trophy wife or a trophy husband. Like, when there is something real, just work on it and don't give up. Yeah.
I'm agree. Yes, it's amazing to sit here with you. It touched me somehow, my dear. It touched me somehow.
Yeah,
because
it's nice.
it's also a mix of, like, also the support, like what is also nice, and I can give this advice to all the men who are listening, and I know there are less men than women, but I hope all the women send it also to men. Like, it's amazing to be, and I don't put you on a podium, but it's amazing to be also with a powerful woman, because it's a great reflection to become even a more better loving man, So, for example, and I think I'm allowed to say this, like, when we met, you were earning, for example, earning 4 or 5 times more than me. And I never needed for my ego. So I never felt smaller. I never thought, oh, now I need to be the King Kong and earning more. But, and it's nothing to do with money, but your success and your success also in the company you work and the traveling, it's what's touching also my wish and my needs. And then I realized, hey, this is an amazing woman, and an amazing woman you keep by being an amazing you, you know? And you never put any pressure on me, but I felt it myself. So it helps also me a lot to grow, you know. And financially I think we quite matching, or maybe I win already. And it's funny because
Yeah.
I don't need it for my ego, but what I want to say is that it's great to see a relationship also as a field where you can grow, you know. I really love that. So I always took the good parts of you, but also the, for me, difficult parts of you to become a better me, to become a better partner. And then I realized now, and that's it's touching me, that I'm sitting here in this new studio and with the company, and this was it's not, I didn't wake up in this because I worked besides 80 hours a week, and all the things I didn't do and all the things I did, and it's a 7 years journey. But yeah, I'm proud of what we did, and I'm very proud of the support of you, conscious and unconscious, because I give an unconscious example, but there are also lots of conscious example of the support you give to me. Yeah, and that means the world to me. So
Thank
thank you for that.
No, thank you. Thank you also because I'm very proud of what you built, and it's dedication, hard work, being consistent and sacrifice,
Yeah.
right? And now, like that, you are entrepreneur with lots of success. It brings also some healthy competition.
Yeah. Now I'm the mirror for you.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it also makes me want to take the next step and to continue to grow.
Yeah.
So which is also happening professionally.
Yeah.
So it's a very good energy.
Yeah. 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 Very nice. Very nice. It's how was it for you to sit here and having this
Nice.
talk? You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
You want to do it more often?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice because you're so good in, like, yes, it's my company. We help ambitious singles and couples to break through their patterns, to find love, to, you know, be happy with themselves. Everything in this journey, we help people with it. But I also find out that you don't do the same thing, but you're very good in helpful women, but also men, but mostly women, into get the best version of themselves, find partner, break two patterns in their mind, you know, to get, you know, and yeah, it's very cool. And I see also that you're taking some steps into this, so it's very nice. And yeah, if people ever have questions, are they allowed to send you some message? Like, you have some Instagram, and it's okay. They can send you some.
Yes, they can, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You know, I'm so I've been like manager for most of my career,
yeah,
and you have different type of management. But I'm really in the coaching, mentoring, care
yeah,
mode. And if I can help, and if I can give also some hope and trust, because yeah, I've been through all this step, and believe me, I really got the pain and the shit, you know,
yeah,
like really. And from there to now, and it's just the beginning, right?
yeah,
If I can help, yeah, and yeah, just give hope, that when you do the job, it will come.
yeah,
It always come.
yeah,
It's not one thing, it's everything that comes together, and then planets are aligned, and this is it.
yeah. Relationship success, the name of this podcast. Are you? Do you have relationship success in your life?
Yeah, lots of relationship success in my love life, and also with my friend, family, coworker. I have the feeling that um, I'm quite good in relationship success,
Yeah.
and relationship success is linked to the other success.
Yeah.
If you block the relationship success, you will block also all the money, work, good health, mental and physical success, all the abundance.
Yeah.
It's a flow.
What is the last thing you want to? Is there something you want to share? It's the last thing. Let's end up the podcast and promise that maybe we do another one if people like it. So please let us know if we need to talk more about specific topics. But is there something what you want to end with?
Just a positive note, like positive, like going from finding a hotel room invoice with the checking at 4 p.m. In your ex-partner jacket, to being there with you in this studio after we met at a bus station for a lift going to the beach during pandemic. Like, you never know what can happen, but believe that universe has a plan,
Yeah.
and a good one.
Thank you, my love. I love you a lot, and thank you for being this great human and being my lovely partner, and having this great relationship. And thank you for this beautiful conversation.
Thank you, love.
Thank you that you are still here, that you are listening to the whole episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took a lot of lessons out of it. And if you want to give a reaction, please comment down below. Send us a message on Instagram or send an email or whatever, how to find us. We love to hear your feedback. And thanks again that you were here.